Today we are playing the stupidest deck ever. A player named Bunny did pretty well in an online tournament with a deck that looks something like this. I made a couple of changes, so it's not the same list, but it's very heavily based off of that one, so I'll give credit where it's due. But Mega Zygarde is a card that you probably already know for its Nullifying 0 attack. For 5 Fighting Energy, Nullifying 0 does 150 damage to each of the opponent's Pokemon that we win a coin flip on. So all of our opponent's board, 50% chance of doing 150 to each of them. So obviously this card is not very good, just because coin flips, one thing, 150 damage is honestly not really enough, it's not reliable, it's very expensive, it's everything. And if you do want to play this card, you're probably better off using a card like Barbarical to help charge it up over time. But this is a lot funnier. Cinderace from Mega Evolution is able to be our lead Pokemon provided that we open with it. Turbo Flare for a Carlos does 50 damage and accelerates 3 energy from our deck onto our bench Pokemon. So this is a pretty good way to charge up our 2 Zygardes. In case you're wondering, the odds of us opening Cinderace is about a 40% chance. The odds of us opening Mega Zygarde with no Cinderace is about a 13% chance. When you factor in that every mulligan will make us simply re-roll, the odds of us leading Cinderace overall is about a 75% chance, which will screw you over 25% of the time, but it's not too bad, right? So the rest of this list here is pretty much, given that we've opened Cinderace, how do we get our energy and how do we get our Zygarde? Well, obviously Fighting Gong gets both, Mega Signal gets 1, Energy Surge gets 1. Waitress is also a very nice card here because after Cinderace puts 3 energy onto Zygarde, we can Waitress for 1, then attach return. Zygarde has 5, that's a Nullifying 0 on our second turn. Once we have our Zygarde up, obviously the name of the game is Longevity. We have 4 Jumbo Ice Cream for that, we have Hero's Cape for that. 4 Memory is sort of a finisher button. If we really need to, we can Geobuster, knock out whatever's in front of us. And once both Cinderace and Mega Zygarde have gone down, that turns on Acerola's Mischief to keep our last Zygarde alive for longer, which is good because there's a pretty good chance that that Zygarde won't have as much energy on it. Obviously this deck isn't good, it auto loses to Shaymin, it auto loses to Terra Pokemon, especially Teal Mask, but when it does work, oh boy does it work. So as always, like, comment, subscribe, do all that. But without further ado, let's see what this deck can do. Coin flip lost. Okay, let me think. So we auto lose to Grass decks. We almost certainly auto lose to Terra decks. We auto lose to Shaymin. And this is the impossibly bad hand. This is like incredibly unlikely to happen. We're actually gonna play this out, even though it's probably smart to scoop. We can actually play this out. We can Waitress and the Energy Surge. We can actually do stuff here. It's not terrible. Hero's Cape is also good. Let's Rocky onto you, and let's we're just gonna pass. Precious Trolley just in the opener. I mean, I can't say anything because I opened Hero's Cape, but also hello to all of you, including the backup Driller. There's the Metallic Signal. So they're gonna have all their Metal Maker guys up and running. We simply need to somehow not die, and how are we doing that? No clue. But you know, Metal on the active. That's a misplay on their part because we're going to be taking you out. Start with Pokégear. Let's deck thin slightly. We'll get probably Lillie's is better than Acerola here. Waitress. We hit. Good, we hit, that's all we needed. We just needed to hit attach return onto you. Let's do this. And now, I guess Energy Search for deck thinning, just to increase the odds of us getting something better next turn, right? And now, Guy away for 200. Drillbur down. Let's take our first prize card. Cool, and another fighting. So, game plan here is they're going to Metallic Signal for deck thinning again. We just need to not die, which is easier said than done. But I don't know, how bad is this? Transceiver for Petrel. Like, we can low-key just, we have an Ice Cream, we have an Energy, we can attach Ice Cream, Lily's, draw 6, and then just try going from there. I guess they're prize checking. That's why they took so long. Yeah, there's your first Batang, second, and probably a third. And there's Excadrill. Do not like to see that. We cannot OHKO that unless we get our, yeah, we can't OHKO that, period. So we have to be mindful of that fact. Yeah, if they get crazy bad pulls off the triple Metal Maker, then we have a chance. But that's, I mean, come on. Often, yeah, just deck thinning as much as possible to hit all the energy. Hopefully they somehow whip. That'd be awesome, but we'll have to see. There's 1, 3 on, and then 1 on you. Interesting. Hopefully, if you whiff this one, we're actually not in a terrible spot. But no, you did hit. You put it on the bench, though. This isn't terrible. I mean, there's 4. That's still not enough to do the 330. So, take 170. Next turn, we take 300. So we can actually heal out of range of dying next turn. Just by using... We have a chance. We have something of a chance. Just do this first. Attach to you. Let's see if we can hit anything off the Pokégear that's good. We whip anyway, that's fine. At least that means I need to think a little bit less. We're going to draw 6. Let's go for another Zygarde. We're not going to play it down. I don't think we want to. I don't think we can really do much with that. I mean, probably not bad though. Think about it. If they gust up and KO, then we're actually in a good spot there because that means this important Zygarde with all the energy and health will have less damage on it. So this is not terrible, I think. We are missing an energy though. That's unfortunate. We're gonna see their metal makers, of course. Yeah, there's the 5th onto you. There's presumably the Drillbur's gonna be all charged up as well. Genesect can search out Excadrill. Yeah, this is not great. Even Genesect is getting in here. That is 12 energy though. Hypothetically, do we Lillies for the energy or do we boss up a Metang and just try to stall? I feel like that's also not terrible in this case. You're doing it. That is actually a chance for us. That's actually a big chance for us because down goes you. Yes, there's prize cards taken. We bring in our own Zygarde here. We just need, hey, Gong is energy. So we have the nullifying 0 attack. The issue is they do OHKO us with anything. So we have to draw into healing. We're just gonna draw into healing. It's just that simple. We're gonna draw into healing. Don't worry about it. That's not healing. We lose. Okay, well, there's no reason to be doing all this, is there? So the other thing we can do though is we can, because the most they can do is 330, and it becomes, so obviously 330 KOs us here. But if we use Gaia Wave, we go into 300, and that means we actually have a chance. So that's why I'm thinking, but nullifying 0, if we hit what? Heads on the Excadrill and 2 of the Metangs we win, that's too specific. Let's just go for a Gaia Wave here, see what we can pull off. Take this knockout, take 3. Double Ice Cream off the prizes, yo. Okay, Genesect entry of all things. That seems not fully correct, but okay. So, and then there's what? Protect charge incoming? Wait, they're throwing so hard. Hang on. We can win this if they use Protect Charge here. Legitimately, we can win if they use Protect Charge. Energy Recycler, don't care. Well, because this does 120 plus, will be 210, 2 ice creams comes, we would heal out of range. We would have 2 turns to use nullifying 0. That's a lot better than 1. They're throwing out their Metagross to tank up though. That's the issue. There's Metal Maker, yeah, and Protect Charge for 120. So to be clear, we have a guaranteed way to win, which is we do this, and we can just attack with Gaia Wave and then boss up next turn to KO, and that's a guaranteed win. But if we nullifying 0, here's the deal. We're gonna sacrifice that guaranteed win just to be funny. That's what we're gonna do. Don't worry about it. Let's grab Factory, and we're just gonna start drawing cards. Double boss. Yeah, if we use Gaia Wave here, we literally are guaranteed to win the game. So we're just taking a chance. And look at that. Boom. Down goes Metang. We take 1 more prize. We still have game guaranteed. We can boss up the Genesect or the Metagross and win the game next turn. Or we can nullifying 0 and we have a 75% chance of winning the game next turn. We have it, see? But we literally just have it. Ultra Ball, pitch Metang, Gravity Mountain, get Fez, flip the script, draw 3. There's so many metal energy in your deck, you definitely have a way to, do that. But like, Ice Cream at Genesect, oh, that's your way. Okay, shoot, so we're actually not guaranteed to win. So nullifying 0 was correct. If we went for Gaia, we would have lost. We can just boss up the Fez and win anyway, but like, wow. Judge, so we lose boss as well. Hang on. Well, they Petreled, right? So it doesn't matter. They can't judge me this turn. So energy on Metagross. Yeah, so we have 200. We have 2 choices here. If we boss up Fez, if we use nullifying 0 here, we have a chance to knock out they scoop anyway. Okay, I was thinking, do I nullifying 0 for the 75% chance to win or the Gaia Wave for the guaranteed win? They gave it to me. Okay. They're probably mad at how slow I was. So that was not supposed to happen. We're supposed to lead Cinderace and do our whole thing. We're going to focus on what we can do now, which is play this other game out and mulligan again. Let's see it. No, not mulliganing. Bring in Cinderace. Cool. This is again what we need, right? So we just have Petrel for Mega Signal, get Zygarde, and then attach energy, do our whole thing. So we're going to be fine. We're going to be totally fine. If our opponent sets up anytime this century, Alakazam. They do play Shaymin, which is going to be a bit annoying, but we also OHKO the Abra, so maybe it's not too bad. We can even boss up a Shaymin if that's what it happens here. We have Rocky Fighting. If we can hit Rocky Fighting, that would also be good for us. We just need to, we need to get what we need though. We just need to get it. Abra pass, that's good for us. Let's go for Petrel. Yeah, we'll just go for the Petrel. We'll go for a Mega Signal. We have Hero's Cape, which is also good because it makes it unreasonable for them to OHKO us. Only 1 Zygarde. We'll deal with that though. This, to increase the odds of me top decking Rocky Fighting Energy, we're gonna Pokégear now. They don't have Hand Disruption in their deck, right? Besides Red Card maybe. So I figure it's probably correct to do that. And now Turbo Flare. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Down goes the Abra. I'll take a first prize card. It's Petrel. Yeah, we just need, if we get Rocky Fighting, we can just swing this matchup easily. But we need to get it is the issue, obviously. Candy into Zam, is that the active or? So this is the other thing, they resist fighting. So nullifying 0 will not OHKO. Not yet anyway. Kadabra next. 2. There's Puff in here for Dunsparce's, yeah. Okay, so there's Telepath for Abra. Yep. There's Dawn, which gets some evolution. Okay, yeah. All they need is to get the Dene, that's control. Yeah, okay. Even if we get Rocky Fighting, they do probably... That does nothing. Why do Nighttime Mind? You just reduce your hand size by 1. Okay, it's fine. We're gonna bring in you. So if they gain 4 cards, we lose. And they're going to gain 4 cards, we get even a single knockout with Nullifying 0, huh? Yeah, because they can just... Do we Boss and Fez? And they just take us out with the Dunsparces? We lose, right? Because we can go for Nullifying 0. We can't take out Fez. We can't take out Zam. So it's going to draw the cards they need to win the game guaranteed. So we can't Nullifying 0. We have to Petrel or Hero's Cape. We just have to hope they can't get up to 20-something cards. And we'll just take this knockout, I guess. I mean, do what we can here. Hope we don't just die to everything. We'll see how lucky or unlucky. They need 22 cards though, okay? So they need to gain 9 cards from what they have now. And they already have +3 from that, so... They're 6 cards away now. They're now 4 away. If they have the Dunsparces, they probably have it. They would need the energy as well. I mean, we're probably cooked, but we'll see. If we live, if we can live, we can boss up the Fez, Nullifying 0, and then just it all comes down to the coin flips. Zam is not going to die while it's in the active. But Resistance won't apply while it's on the bench. So we could coin flip KO it. It's just a matter of do they have it, which it looks like they don't. Because they're playing, they're not doing anything yet. But I mean, like, the Dunsparce will be a +1, you go to 21, effectively. No, Dunsparce will get you to 22, and then you attach your down to 21, then you play Dawn or something, you get your cards. Like, yeah, if you play Dawn, you win, right? Like, you have a very clear way to win here. You just need a supporter or even a Kadabra plus any energy wins you the game. And you have 22 cards to see those cards. So I think you have it. Did they with energy or something? Look at this timer. Less than 16 minutes left. They just have nothing. Okay, they actually whipped energy. Awesome. We're gonna attach. We're gonna lose next turn. We are gonna lose next turn unless we get 3 heads in a row. Nullifying 0. Let's go. Let's see it. 1, 2. Okay. Well, you know, sometimes you're just better at the game. Sometimes you're just better at the game. I don't know. It seems like a purely skill-based outcome here. Like, I just don't see how you can measure it any differently. Okay. So the actual, the issue I've been running into is I can choose between winning the game or using Nullifying 0. And I've been choosing Nullifying 0 and then I lose because of it. And so that's been the problem here, is that even with this deck, where we can use Nullifying 0 very easily, it still isn't the correct thing to do. Like, we can just, it's better to do other things. This is a Pult player, but this is actually a pretty good start for us, I think. We have basically everything. Energy onto Dreepy. We're going to knock out that Dreepy, though. Ultra Ball, pitching Boss Dusclops to get probably another basic. Another Dreepy. Okay, well, we are in a very good spot now. What? Finally, a Pult player that bricked. Now we can use Nullifying 0 and pretend that I'm the greatest to ever do it. We're going to do this. Let's attach to you. The greediest thing ever is do Petrel for Waitress. And then we'll simply hit Waitress next turn so we can use Nullifying 0. Going for the other Zygarde. I suppose I would like to draw cards as well, so please let me do that. We are going to simply Turbo Flare. Let's 1, 2, 3 onto the bench Zygarde. Cool. So as long as we hit off of Waitress, we can Nullifying 0. And if we don't, it sucks, but oh well. Cloak down, Dawn, well, it gets you another basic. Fez, Cloak, Dragapult. Recon for 1. Oh, I see. They're going to let the Dreepy go down. They're going to Fez next turn. That's their plan. I mean, oh, Poffin. Well, that's crazy. Not getting Badoo, though. Cloak in the active. That's going to go down at least. So that's not too bad for me. Pick up 1, and now what? Why are there so many Pultnors on the ladder, by the way? Like, why not at least, like, they're going to give me Duskull, and then get back the energy, and then just attach it to the healthy Cloak? I mean, I guess. Okay, well, if we hit Waitress, it doesn't matter. Let's hope we do. We do, exactly. Then, so this is the deal. We're gonna retreat, and we're just going to assume they don't have a way to beat this. Nullifying 0, 4 coins. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, we didn't take out the important one, but we did take out 3 others. So this is completely fine. Cool. We're going to take 3 prize cards off of that. Look at that. Better player alert. It's crazy. Yeah. There's Fez. You can flip the script, draw 3. Cool, good for you. I assume you have Pult now, almost certainly. Yeah, take your 1. It's fine. Energy onto your Cloak. And there's Dragapult. You bench anything else, though? I bet that's your internal debate. So if you bench anything else, it's a Nullifying 0 risk, but also if this Pult goes down, you're cooked. I do have, I don't know if it's in my deck, but I do have, you know, a Geobuster. So Poffin, yeah, makes sense. Going for it. No, never mind, you're not going for it. There's Pad. You're gonna Are you just whiffing everything before going for Lilies? That's probably what's happening here. No, Monkey Dory. Okay. Ultra Ball now. Pitching Badoo Dracloak to get a hold of... what do you even get? You have Monkey Dory and an Unknown in hand. Meowth. Okay. Phantom Dive for... yeah, that's fine. That's completely okay. So, Pokégear does nothing. We're gonna... I say we bench Zygarde. I say we Mega Signal once. We have Boss Lures, we have Petrel. If we boss up the Fez, that's kind of funny. Let's attach you. Let's see if we have options here. We can boss if we want to. Boss up Fez, that knocks out Fez. And that gets us 2 prizes. But also we can just draw a bunch of cards. I feel like it's also good. If we draw into Geobuster, we win. If we draw into Ice Cream, we also are in a really good spot. I'm gonna be annoying and go for it. And that's what I deserve. Okay, we're gonna pick up an energy, and we're gonna pick up an energy. And we have Mega Signal, but I don't think it's worth doing anything with that. We can Gaia Wave to do damage to the pull, and then we can threaten a knockout with that. That's definitely the smarter move, right? Just to do that. Probably way smarter. But they have monkeys. They're gonna move 30 onto... they can't KO Cinderace. I mean, Nullifying 0 can put 150 on each if we get lucky, and then Dragapult's in range, and then Fez is in range. Well, Fez is always in range. We have to Gaia Wave here, I think. Nullifying 0 was just too, like, we can't rely on it. Even when we have the ability to use it, it's like not guaranteed to be good. And that's the scary thing. You have your darkness, you can move 3 over, but I don't care. I literally just don't care. Meowth, Last Ditch Catch. Get Lilies. I mean, like, so here, yeah, shuffle, draw. 8. But yeah, you can Adrenaline. You have to put on the Zygarde, I think. That's you're putting on Cinderace. That's not correct. That's so not correct. Now you're I think you are kind of cooked now, right? You're not in a great spot, that's for sure. Stretcher for what? Legitimately, for what? Dreepy? Are you gonna bench a Dreepy as well? Okay. There's Ultra Ball now. Okay. Pitch Poffin Pokepad for what? Duskull. Okay. If they have Candy Noir, that's the other issue. But we'll see what they have. Because they can put 60 on Zygarde, okay. If they have Boss and Dusclops, they can win, and that's annoying. Yeah, we need something nice off the top, I think. Switch is not doing anything. We're gonna Mega Signal Whiff, doesn't matter. Patch you, because what else are we gonna do? Then I think we boss in the Meowth, require them to have a little bit more. And the important thing here is at the very least, Meowth is in Nullifying 0 range, even on the bench. So we have to, oh, out of energy. Okay. That's my fault, honestly. That's all my fault. But I guess it didn't matter because we didn't have, we have Rocky Fighting. We just haven't drawn into the Rockies. That's our issue. Adrenabrain, so they're still here. Put 30 more on Zygarde, it's annoying. Here's red card. That's not too bad. If they knock out Cinderace, we can Acerola Mischief stand. And that's a legitimate way to win the game. There's an energy. You're going to retreat into the Dragapult, so you have that at least. You have Boss. You can win the game, or at least come close. But boss up you. That's crazy. You know, I don't think it was intentional. I don't think they're intentionally playing around Acerola's Mischief. I think it literally is just, it worked out that way. Phantom Dive, 60 onto Cinderace. Yeah. So we're in Adrenabrain range right now, but Petrel's really good, right? Ice Cream, heal up you. Mega Signal Whiff, I don't think we want to deal with that. I say we Petrel here because so far the best thing we can do is probably just Ice Cream. Or Hero's Cape. Hero's Cape is plus 100. That's also just better, huh? Go with Hero's Cape here. Then we'll Factory, draw 2. Boss Petrel. Doesn't do anything right now. We're going to attach this. And now we'll simply take the knockout on the Pult. Hang on. Take 2. And there's that. Okay. Oh, I just realized we're still in Candy Pult range. If they Candy Pult, we lose. Candy Pult Crispin loses the game. But if they have all 3 of those, then I mean, at that point, this game is just, come on. They have the energy in deck. There's no way they don't. But they've used up 0 Crispin as well. So they also probably have that. And yeah, there's the Crispin, and they've used 0 Candy, 0 Crispin, and they have the energy. Yeah, okay, it's probably over then. Hypothetically, if I did get Ice Cream off Petrel, it wouldn't have mattered. There's nothing I could have done. Wait, we're good. Am I stupid? We have Gaia Wave. We're alive on, well, Adrenabrain. If they're smart, they Adrenabrain and win the game. Wait, well, hang on. No, we live with 10. Hang on. You can't use Dusclops, so we have 1 prize left. Wait a second. Watchtower, that doesn't do anything. Phantom Dive, but we take 170. We're alive with 10 HP. Hang on. Hang on. We have 10 health left. Boss, bring in the Meowth. What? We'll take it. Oh my gosh. Wow. Holy. Okay, now we'll take those. And we're back. Normally I get my thoughts here, but I don't know what to say. This deck, you know, it speaks for itself. It's not good, but sometimes it works. And when it does. So yeah, I mean, that's all, I guess. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Thank you. Bye-bye.